G'day guys, haven't made a video for a while. I've been too busy doing things and anyway, I had to go and dig this 18 18 skid plate out because I was going to show you something. It's because of the cold weather, and if it's cold and dry you get a lot of static build up, and when you go over twigs, grass, you get discharges, your coil sounds off, and a lot of times it's static build up. So this has had tape on it, but anyway, I'll give you the gist of it. I've been using this stuff for a while now. Now this is anti-static spray, and specifically made for metal detector coils, and it works on the cables as well because I've done it, and you can actually use it to clean your metal detector. Not that I would probably recommend it. You spray on and leave it for 30 seconds and wipe off. It has glycerine 2 propionolate, Alice virginiana, gallic acid, benzyl alcohol. So anyway, what you do with this stuff, get your coil shields. You don't need much. Now I think I put a rag down and I'm sitting on it, but anyway, so no big deal. So yeah, just mist it on the coil like that. I'm not sure I'm sitting on it. Of course I am. It's the dirtiest rag I've got in the whole place. It gets used for everything, but anyway, find a clean bit, and a little bit goes a long way. As you can see, it's changed colour, a little bit darker, and the idea is you just wait roughly 30 seconds. See, it actually cleans it too. So you can see on the rag there, it's taking a lot of dirt off. That was a fairly clean bit of the rag. So even though you can't see the dirt, it starts getting it off. And anyway, has that been 30 seconds? Probably close enough. I'll find another clean bit of this rag. I don't know. It's had everything on it. I'd hate to actually guess, but that's clean enough. Give it a polish. You can let it air dry overnight or whatever. That dries pretty quick, but nice and shiny. This stuff, once it goes on, it sticks really good. It's environmentally friendly. It's got no nasties in it, which is good. And it absolutely kills static charges. It's really good for that. So, and the way you tell when it's on there, if you get your finger, this is how I tell if it's still on there, and dirt doesn't stick to it either, which is great. It's got that squeaky sound. Well, it's probably not really dry enough yet, but it makes that squeaky. Now it's still a bit wet there, but when it dries, it gets this protective film on it, and yeah, it makes that. Yeah, it's starting to go now, but it makes this squeaky sound like that. Anyway, you get the idea. It's tacky as it dries, and when it dries, it makes that squeaky sort of a sound. But yeah, I've done all my coils, so I had to find this. It's pretty useless doing a demo on a coil I've already done it on. So yeah, it's got a little bit of grip to it, if you can hear that. Anyway, that's what that is, and we will be adding this to our shop. I thought it was too good a thing to have and not offer it, so it will be on our detectormods.com website. Here's an old coil. I've done this probably about a couple of weeks ago. Still there, still got that squeaky sound. You can probably tell anyway by looking at it. They've got a little bit of a different glossiness about the coils different feel. It's not as like how ABS is. It's more, I don't know, it's got sort of a Teflon-y type feel to it. But if you pull your finger on it, it makes that squeaky sound. Like that, and that's how you tell it's still there, by the way. If you had a coil that was not treated, I think I've got one over here. Oh, a bit of, I don't know what that is. That's the bottom of a an old. I know I've got stuff on my finger; it'll squeak anyway. But that's PVC. Yeah, that's PVC, and I've got it on my finger, so it's going to squeak a bit. Yeah, so get rid of that. Oh dear. I don't think I've. I'm looking down there, see if I've got any coils I haven't treated, ones I don't use. Actually, I have. Hang on. I have got one over here. I'm just going to have to go over here and get it. Oh, hang on. It's on a gold monster, so it's probably, it won't be, I don't know if it's ABS or not. Maybe these are, maybe they're not. Let's have a look. Okay. Well, it's got no squeakiness to it, so it's not treated because it's not, it's customer's detector, so I'm giving it a pre-treat. Just a mist. Let it sit there. Think about this too. A lot of anti-static sprays and anything anti-static, they put in what's it called? It's an ammonium product, ammonium something or other. Anyway, they use that as a anti-static material. Actually, I actually may have some. Let's have a look. Anyway, let that dry a bit. We'll sit there and dry. Be a good little detector. What's here? No. Ah, God. Yeah. Anyway, there's. Oh, I know what it is. Quaternary ammonia. All right. They use quats in fabric softeners. Right. It's toxic. Don't go near it. It's toxic to the environment, and it's toxic to your own health. Quaternary ammonia. Have a look on all your fabric softeners and just see if it says quaternary ammonia in it. That'll freak you out. Anyway, and then look up quaternary ammonia. So we'll get this. We'll give it a bit of a dry. If you actually leave it there, this stuff evaporates by itself. It just wafts off. Yeah, still wet. Someone's been using this on the park. That's I don't know if you can see that, but it's got grass stains all over it. So there you go. It's making a bit of a squeaky sound. Still a little bit wet, but when it dries off, leave it for about 15 minutes, it's dry as a bone. And it's got that coating on it. You coat your coils this side and that side, top and bottom. And when you hit objects out in the bush, it shouldn't go patwang. So that is the methodology there, and there's no quats in it. So it's actually environmentally friendly because there's the ingredients there. Yeah. So I wouldn't even know what it is. But anyway, that's what it is. A little bit goes a long way with that stuff too. So yeah, I do all my calls with it. So when I go out, I hit. Sometimes you get little green bushes, and you come up and it goes. The detector just goes batwang, sounds off, and doesn't do it. So that's that. If we go back to Mike, yep, that's nice. And the other one I did. Yeah, It's got that grippy type sound to it. But anyway, apart from that, not much else has been happening, except on the 5000 I'm doing up, I had a look at some of the componentry on that 5000 in what I would classify as critical areas. And yeah, I've found new upgraded ICs for various parts of the detector. Actually, I could fire it up. It's dead quiet. Even with this background noise I had here, I've actually managed to change a few things on the detector and get rid of it. I don't know if you want to. I could be bothered. It's stupid doing that on the end of a video on a different subject matter, and then saying, "Oh, by the way, check this out. I should do it in another video because no one will be busting their proverbial wanting to know about anti-static sprays on coils and detectors and cables." And if you tag something else on in the end, well, probably no one will see it. So what's the use of doing it? So I'll try and stick on subject and just make little videos up for what there is, what the story's about. So anyway, it's about anti-static sprays. So now my fingers feel. You get the drift? So yeah, it's good stuff, but it's very, it gives it a very slippery feel. So maybe it goes over the ground better. I've actually tested this too. I've gone out into very powdery ground. You probably see my videos. I put on my coils and I use them, and there's no dirt or anything sticks to the coils. It just will not stick, which is great, and that's how it should be. So coils stay cleaner and don't sound off as much. Shouldn't sound off at all actually, but they do. Just static buildup. If you tied some sort of conductive carbon strip to your detector, threw it over your back, and had it dragging on the ground, it would probably dissipate all the static that goes through you and your detector and dissipate it off. In that regard, your coil probably wouldn't sound off, but you'd have a big rubber carbonized strap hanging off you somewhere, which I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad thing. Maybe it turns you into a lightning conductor. Who knows? But anyway, that's that. So we will supply this on our shop on detectormods.com. So good stuff. I wouldn't drink it, but it's environmentally friendly. There's nothing in there that hurts the environment. So that's a good thing. Where just be wary of the other stuff with quats in it. It's yeah, it's sort of if you read up on quaternary ammonia and what they put in fabric softener, right? It's linked to cancer and all sorts of endocrine diseases and things. So be wary of that stuff. You could probably get this too, and if you did clothing, you could probably throw it in the mix, and it would act as a fabric softener, and you're not going to have any toxicity from it. But yeah, this is developed by a friend of mine who is a chemical engineer, so that's a good thing about that. I think my camera's pointing too down. You can't see me, but anyway, no big deal. That's only a short video. That's enough. I'll turn it off, and I'll get back. Maybe I'll fire it up. Well, I'll give you. I'll chuck this around very slowly so you don't all get car sick. People tell me you get car sick. Well, there's a 5000 sitting there. As you can see, it's had new boards put in it. It's got a lot of work done underneath the detector too now, under the other side of the board. And I've made up that stand with the framework here, so I can flip it back and forth without busting off the mylar strips. So that's where that comes in handy. See, now I'm going on to a different subject, and it's lost the flavour of what it initially was. So anyway, on that note, catches, and next one will be on this.